Have you ever had one of those mornings when you wake up, look at the time, and suddenly think, oh no, I'm late?
Oh, absolutely. And then you try to do everything in 5 minutes. Get dressed, eat breakfast, find your phone.
While your phone is already in your hand.
Exactly. Somehow, mornings can be very peaceful or completely crazy.
Hello, everyone. It's great to have you back with us.
Welcome to day 5 of our 30-day English series. We're really happy you're practicing with us today.
We've already spent 4 days learning and practicing together, and today we're going to talk about something very familiar.
Your morning.
So, Emma, how was your morning today?
Honestly, pretty good. I woke up a little earlier than usual, made some coffee, and sat quietly for a few minutes.
That sounds nice.
It was nice, until I checked my phone.
That changed everything?
Yes. One message became 5 messages. Then I checked the news, then I watched a short video.
And suddenly, 30 minutes disappeared.
Exactly. What about you?
My morning was very simple. I woke up, took a shower, had breakfast, and got ready for the day.
Wow, very organized.
Well, I didn't say I woke up early.
Okay. Now the truth comes out.
But that's the interesting thing about mornings. We all have different habits.
Yes, some people jump out of bed full of energy. Other people need, let's say, 3 alarms and a lot of help.
I think many listeners know that feeling.
Definitely. So today we're talking about your morning, what you do, how you feel, and how you talk about your morning in natural English.
Here's our main question for you today. What makes a good morning?
That's a good question. Is it waking up early, having a good breakfast, exercising?
Or maybe a good morning simply means not being late.
Honestly, sometimes that's enough.
So think about your answer as you listen. What makes a morning good for you?
For me, a good morning starts with not rushing.
I agree. I really don't like waking up and immediately feeling stressed.
Yes, when you wake up late, everything feels faster. You walk faster, eat faster, talk faster.
And somehow you still can't find your keys.
Every single time.
Do you usually set an alarm?
Yes, I do. I usually set 1 alarm.
Only one?
Only 1.
I don't believe you.
Okay. Sometimes 2.
I knew it.
What about you?
I usually set 2 alarms. The first one wakes me up. The second one tells me, Daniel, you really need to get up now.
That sounds more honest.
I think so. And after I get up, the first thing I usually do is drink some water.
Before coffee?
Yes, before coffee.
I wish I could say that. But the first thing I think about is coffee.
Coffee is very important to you.
Extremely important.
What do you usually eat for breakfast?
It depends. On busy mornings, I might have toast, fruit, or eggs. But when I have more time, I like to make a proper breakfast.
What does a proper breakfast mean for you?
Something warm, maybe eggs, bread, and tea or coffee. And I like to sit down and actually enjoy it.
That's nice. I think eating slowly can make a big difference.
Yes, but do you always eat breakfast?
Not always.
Really?
Sometimes I'm just not hungry in the morning.
I'm not sure about that. I need breakfast.
See, we already disagree.
A little bit. I feel tired if I don't eat.
That makes sense. Everyone is different.
I also think waking up early makes the morning better.
Maybe. But I don't think everyone needs to wake up very early.
Really?
Yes, I think the important thing is getting enough rest. If someone sleeps late and has to wake up at 5 in the morning, they may feel terrible.
You've got a point, but I love the feeling of having extra time before the day begins.
I understand that. A quiet morning can feel great.
Exactly. You can drink your coffee, think about your day, maybe read something.
But for me, waking up early is only good if I actually need that time.
So you're saying don't wake up at 5 just because someone on the internet tells you to.
Exactly.
That's actually good advice.
Let's look at some real-life situations. Imagine you're a student.
Your class starts at 8 o'clock. You wake up at 6:30, take a shower, get dressed, eat breakfast, and leave home.
But one morning, your alarm doesn't go off.
Oh no.
You wake up at 7:45.
That's not a good morning.
Definitely not. You might say, I overslept.
Exactly. I overslept and now I'm late.
Or imagine you're going to work. You wake up on time, but then there's no water for your shower.
Oh, wow, that would be a problem.
Or you can't find the clothes you wanted to wear.
I know that situation. You stand in front of your closet and think, I have so many clothes, but nothing to wear.
That's a very common problem.
Here's another example. Imagine you're traveling. You have an early flight, so you need to wake up at 4 a.m.
Oof, that's difficult.
You might prepare everything the night before: your clothes, your passport, your bag.
That can make your morning much easier.
Yes, a little preparation can save you a lot of stress. Let me ask you something, Emma. Do you think your morning affects your whole day? Yes, I really do.
How?
Well, if I wake up feeling rushed and stressed, I sometimes carry that feeling with me for hours.
I know what you mean.
But if I have a calm morning, I feel more ready for the day.
I feel the same sometimes, but I also think one bad morning doesn't have to ruin your whole day.
That's true. That's an important point.
Maybe you oversleep. Maybe you spill coffee on your shirt. Maybe you miss the bus.
You're describing a terrible morning.
I know, but even then, you can stop for a moment and think, okay, my morning was bad, but the rest of my day can still be good.
I love that idea.
We can't control everything.
No, we can't, but we can choose what to do next.
Exactly.
And I think that's useful for English learners too. Maybe you make a mistake when speaking English in the morning.
Don't think, my English is terrible, I should stop.
Just continue. One mistake is only one mistake.
Absolutely.
So listener, what kind of person are you in the morning? Are you calm? Are you sleepy? Are you full of energy?
Or do you need someone to speak to you very slowly until you drink your coffee?
That sounds like me sometimes.
Let's learn 2 useful words from today's conversation. Oversleep means to sleep longer than you planned and wake up too late. For example, I overslept this morning, so I missed the bus. Rushed means doing something very quickly because you do not have enough time. For example, my morning was rushed because I woke up late.
These are very useful words because many people have mornings like that.
Now let's make your English sound more natural. Instead of saying, I do my breakfast every morning, say, I make breakfast every morning. And instead of saying, I woke up late, so I was in a hurry very much, say, I woke up late, so I was in a big hurry.
Small changes can make your English sound much more natural.
Get ready means to prepare yourself before going somewhere or doing something. For example, I need to get ready for work.
In a hurry means doing something quickly because you do not have much time. For example, sorry, I can't talk right now. I'm in a hurry.
Very useful expressions for everyday life.
Okay, Daniel, let's do a role play.
Great. What's the situation?
You and I are roommates. We need to leave home in 20 minutes.
Uh-oh, I already feel the stress.
Ready? Let's go. Daniel, are you ready?
Almost. I just need to find my shoes.
Your shoes? We need to leave in 10 minutes.
I know, but I can't find them.
Where did you put them last night?
Let me think.
Daniel,
Okay, don't panic.
I'm not panicking. I'm just speaking loudly.
That's not the same thing.
No.
Wait, I found one.
One shoe?
Yes.
Great. Now we only need the other one.
Very helpful, Emma.
You're welcome. Did you eat breakfast?
No,
You should eat something.
I don't have time.
Take a banana.
Good idea.
See? I'm the reason you survive in the morning.
I'm not sure about that.
Oh, come on.
Okay, you're very helpful.
Thank you. Now are you ready?
Yes, shoes, phone, keys.
Good.
Wait.
What now?
I forgot my bag.
Of course you did.
What do you usually do first when you wake up in the morning?
Take your time, think about your answer, and say it out loud.
You can say something like, first I check my phone, or first I get out of bed and wash my face, but use your own answer too.
What makes your morning better?
Great. Now answer with your own ideas. Don't worry about making mistakes.
Maybe coffee makes your morning better. Maybe exercise. Maybe talking to your family. Maybe simply having more time.
So what did we talk about today?
We talked about your morning and the different habits people have.
We learned oversleep, which means waking up too late because you slept longer than you planned.
And rushed, when you have to do things quickly because you don't have enough time.
We also practiced get ready and in a hurry.
And maybe our biggest idea today was this: a bad morning doesn't have to mean a bad day.
Exactly. Take a breath, continue, and do your best.
Before we finish, here's something to think about. If you could change one thing about your morning, what would you change and why?
Think about it, and we'd love to hear your answer. Great job practicing with us today.
This was day 5 of our 30-day English series. If you enjoyed today's conversation, please like the video and subscribe for more English speaking and listening practice.
Share your answer to our final question in the comments and send this lesson to a friend who is learning English too.
Keep practicing a little every day and come back tomorrow for day 6 of our 30-day English series.
See you tomorrow.
Bye, everyone.